Some days I hated what I drew, but I still posted it anyways. This is day 1 and this is day 7, and in between there was a whole lot of doubt and mistakes. So let's get into it. Today I am going to be recapping every single thing that happened during the 7-day fashion illustration challenge I did. In case you did not follow that, go to my list of videos and you see every single day how I was sketching every single day and everything that I posted within that time frame. And I was also really active on my social media platforms. I have them tagged in the description box of this video, so make sure to go click and follow me on those platforms, TikTok and Instagram. Well, not only will I be doing a recap today is also going to be a great day if you want to become a fashion illustrator or you just want to learn the ropes of fashion sketching and fashion illustration. Today will be a great day for you because I also have like a Q&A attached to the end of this video, so stay to the end of this video so you can get to watch it in case you're interested in being an illustrator or to become better at your fashion illustrations as a fashion designer. I have all the important Q&As, important questions I probably have about fashion sketching and fashion illustration at the end of this video. This channel is fairly new, guys, and you guys already know that, but we've been seeing some growth. There's 33 of you guys right now on this channel as subscribers, and I am just so full of excitement and gratitude, and I thank you guys so much. Please continue to engage with my videos. We are not even close to where we need to be. We are not close to where we need to be by the end of this month, and please guys, please continue to share, continue to like and comment on my videos because that will really help. So all 33 one of us, please guys, you need to like hold me down. Like we need to like get this to go far. So if this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. This is a beautiful space, a very positive space where we talk a lot about fashion and art and a lot of things about creativity, and I just want to share with you guys on this platform and carry you guys along. So if you are new, please take a moment to just click on that subscribe button and also the notification bell. It means so much to me, so much more than you could imagine. Thank you so much. Well, let's get into today's video. So here are some of the things that I feel like I learned over the 7 days I did my fashion illustration for. The first thing, of course, is that growth isn't about being perfect, but it's more about consistency, because what I can observe from the 7 days that I did this sketching challenge was that I didn't really see it. There wasn't like a landslide growth. Like I didn't see complete transformation in that 7 days for sure. But what was real for me and what was true for me was that I was better off. And you know, that was what I was even saying before even starting this challenge, that if I could be in the place where I'm better off than where I was before taking on the challenge, then I would be grateful for that. And I think that's what really happened for me. And it's not, and when you talk about growing as a creative person, or just with anything that you do, any pursuit that you have as a human, it's very important to be consistent with that thing, because growth, I feel like there's just this cosmic connection between growth and consistency. The more you continue to do something, the more your hands get stronger at it, the better you get to where you're going, the more you improve on that skill. So I think that that was really true for me in this challenge, because there are some things I didn't know I could do that this challenge really pushed me and really helped me to get there. Another interesting thing is that you are able to reform your style, understand yourself better through repetition. The more you do something, the more you go over and do something again and again and again, not only do you get better, like I said, not only are you going to see the growth in doing that thing, but you are also going to discover what your own style is, what your personal taste is. Like, what do you really enjoy to do? What are the parts that what is the perfect way for you? What is your personal style when it comes to this particular thing? And I feel like this, with within this 7 day challenge, I haven't gotten there yet. But one thing for sure is I kind of have a few ideas here and there on how I feel like I'm going to take it, on how I feel like I could develop that my own personal illustration style, and I will be exploring that more. If I didn't go through the experience of the 7 day challenge, I probably wouldn't know. I'll probably still be trying to like have my sketch resemble that of some other illustrators. But now I can sit down and say, oh, okay, these are the kind of ideas, these are some of the kind of things that I like my illustrations to carry. These are kind of like message, these are the kind of like attitudes I want my illustration to carry. And that's something really interesting that I have picked and I have saved from this challenge. And I feel like I'll be exploring more of that going forward. Bad sketches will teach you the most. Like when people come and say you are going to learn the most from failures, it's not cliche, because actually you will. The more you fail, like the more things you do bad, the more experiences you have, and the more you know how better to improve it. The sketches that you fail at and are not able to nail, those are the sketches that are going to teach you the most, because the ones that you win at and the ones that you're able to get, you're like, oh wow, this is beautiful, this is nice. But the ones that you're actually like you suck at, those are the ones that are going to like teach you, oh, if you're drawing a nose in this particular way, this is not the direction it's supposed to face. If you're drawing a side view, if you're drawing a three-quarter view, this is how it's supposed to look. Those bad sketches I had within that period were some of the things that gave me the boost. Those were some of the things that gave me the boost to be able to improve the next time I picked up my pencil. And sometimes it takes you for almost like forever. And when I first started this 7 day challenge, I was saying on my Instagram, if you that's why, guys, I say follow my Instagram, because there's so many things I share there that are very personal that I can't share on the YouTube channel, but I always share on my TikTok, on my Instagram pages. And what I initially planned was to have the illustration 7 days, like I said, but I was going to do it 30 minutes max. 30 minutes. I was going to sketch for 30 minutes a day. But the whole thing became this whole, and it just, I should have known that it was not, I should have known that it wasn't going to be possible to do 30 minutes a day, because at this point I haven't sketched in a while. I haven't done fashion sketching in some months, guys, and this 7 days challenge was my first time coming back into that. So I was clueless when I said I was going to sketch for 30 minutes in a day. And that was impossible, because at the end of the day, like a day's sketch could be like 2 hours. It could be like 3 hours sometimes on a day that I have to sketch something that's really difficult I haven't done before. But sometimes at the beginning, like it took me like 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. And the first few days, it took me a lot of time. Like it was all I was doing for the whole day. Like when I would wake up, I would be sketching, and then I discover, oh, it's late afternoon, I've not even had lunch, So, and over time, the speed kept improving. Like by the time I was sketching on the 7th day, I think I spent like 1 hour, and I sketched every single thing that I have been practicing from day one. I did the skeleton of the croquet. I fleshed out the croquet. I designed the dress on the croquet. I colored it. Like, guys, I did every single thing I've been struggling from day 1 to day 6 on day 7, and it took me more time to do every single thing. It took me less time. I mean, it took me less time to do every single thing I did on the 7 than the one I did on day 1, which was just like one aspect, right? So what I'm just trying to say in essence is that with time, your speed is going to improve. So don't be bothered about, oh God, this thing takes too much time. I know it takes too much time, but if it's something that you want to and something you're dedicated to, then it will work. What you just need to do is dedicate a certain amount of time. You might not have enough time to do that 4 hours, 3 hours length I was doing. That's fine. You can do 10 minutes. You can do 20 minutes a day and just try to improve. You can have one sketch and then finish it up in 7 days. You could be working on one single sketch for over 7 days. So that's is something interesting. So guys, if there's any one of you interested in going on your own 7-day challenge, let me know in the comments, and also tag me along on your social media platform so that I can see your progress and I can hold you accountable. Okay, I feel like the hardest part of any sketching or every illustrator or every artist even usually say this, that the hardest part of drawing, particularly if you're working on drawing the human body, like you really have to study anatomy a lot. And I feel like that's something I am going to hold myself accountable to, that I'm going to do going forward. I think I really need to get some really good books on human anatomy and like look at some really cool pictures. I might bring that on to you guys here on this platform. I'm going to get some really cool books that we could review for inspiration and all of that. That's a good idea for a video. But what I'm really trying to say, oh my god, I digress a lot, guys, so I'm so sorry. I just went totally somewhere else. But what I'm really trying to say is that one part that was really difficult and one part that might be difficult for you, I'm not saying it happens for everybody, but most artists always complain about how difficult it is to master the hands and the face. Drawing hands and face. Drawing hands and face still give me a challenge till today. And I'm still trying to find a way to improve. I probably do carry you guys along on a couple of videos because I will still be sketching. This will not be the end of my sketching journey. I'm still going to be sketching. And like hands and faces, guys, are so ridiculously hard. Like, how are they so hard? Well, I get that face is hard because, of course, the features are so many. You have to get the right proportions for the eyes and everything so it looks right. But for hands, it's just like, why are you so difficult? So even for me, faces and hands are still hard, but I'm less scared of them now. Before, I would just find a cute way to like tuck the hands by the side so that people don't like get it, and then I'll just complete my sketch. But now I can draw hands. I can draw hands to an extent on my fashion illustration, but I still need to improve. There's still room for improvement. But what I'm saying is, if you are taking, if something is difficult for you at the beginning, just face it and it gets less, you get less scared of it. So now we're on to the Q&A session. Let me go into some of the important questions. I was supposed to get this off of Google. I was supposed to get like the top like 10 questions off of Google, but like now I didn't have the time to do that, so I just came up with questions that I know a lot of people who are going into fashion illustration would want to know about. I mean, I was curious about this before I started drawing and doing fashion sketches. So the first thing is, can 7 days actually change your fashion illustration? Well, yes. I already answered this while I was explaining how my experience was, but of course it will change your fashion illustration. But like, how much of change are you expecting to see? You know, are you expecting to see like a landslide change? Are you expecting to see something really drastic? No, that's not what this is for. But are you expecting to improve, to be better at what you do? Of course, this will help you. Like I just said, I was able to improve on my face and hand sketches, which is really good, because if I didn't do the 7-day challenge, that improvement might not have happened. But are you expecting something really drastic? Maybe not. You might not get something like that. But for me, it served the purpose that I wanted it to serve. The next question. Do you need to know how to draw as a fashion designer? A lot of people, a lot of fashion designers always ask this, that do you need to know how to draw? Do you need to know how to sketch to be a fashion designer? Well, the short answer is no. But here's the long answer. You do not need to know how to sketch or how to draw or how to do fashion illustration to be a fashion designer. You do not need to know how to do that. But what you do need to know how to do is to communicate. You need to be able to communicate with your clients. You need to be able to communicate with your whoever is sourcing your fabric. You need to be able to communicate with your workers. So there's just, being a fashion designer is like being a CEO. There's like different levels of communications. Like there are so many different people you have to communicate and bring into the job, the work that you do. So you need to be able, and fashion illustration really helps that communication train. Like when you already have like a dress or an outfit that you want to make and you have it sketched, you have the kind of fabric you want to use rendered already, like it just makes things easier. But like I've said, I discussed in one of my episodes, technology has made things easy. Now you could hire a digital illustrator to just do the sketch for you, or you could use AI to do your sketch. So in today's age, you absolutely don't even need to learn. If it's not something that comes to you naturally, or if it's not something that you would love to do, then in that case, you can always outsource, and you can always look for easier ways to get it done. So no, you do not need to know how to draw to be a fashion designer. Can AI replace fashion illustration? Well, I already have an entire episode talking about this. During the 7-day challenge, I picked certain important topics in fashion and art that I wanted to talk about. And I think this was the first episode, right? This was the first episode for the fashion illustration, the Sketch With Me series. So go over to my page, just scroll down a little. You see the Sketch With Me series, day 1. I talked about AI in fashion illustration. So can AI replace fashion illustration? Absolutely yes, to an extent. It's really nuanced. So you need to go over to that episode to listen to what I said. It's still the same opinion I had then that I have now. So I'm not going to say it all over again, but you can go over to that episode to watch what I said there. What materials did you use during your fashion illustration? Well, I also covered this on episode 1. I used normal lead pencils. I have like some 6B, 3B, 2H, and I think 4H pencils. I had those ones, so that's what I just used. I have those ones left over from previous projects, so I didn't bother buying new pencils. So those are the pencils I had and I used for the fashion illustration challenge. You could also use charcoal pencils if you have access to mechanical pencils. Great, you could buy mechanical pencils. You can use any kind of marker that you want. It really depends on what you want to use. And then I also use watercolors for my colors. I use watercolors to color, and then just basic sharpener, erasers, pen, and then paper. I used a regular A4 print papers for the sketches, but when I wanted to color, I used the cold press watercolor paper. How long did each sketch take? Well, I already talked about that earlier in this video. Each sketch took about 2 hours. I think average 2 to 3 hours. Like it was very tasking. But I was the one who deliberately wanted to task myself and push myself that far, because what I originally had planned was to do a 30 minutes per day sketch, but I ended up doing, of course, 2 hours, 3 hours per day sketch, which was fine because I enjoyed every single process of it, except that it got so difficult at some point that I almost abandoned the challenge. But you guys would have held me accountable. There was no way I could have said, I already announced I was going to do a 7-day illustration challenge. There was no way I was going to do up to day 3 and then you guys will not just hear of the challenge again, and I just look like someone who starts something and doesn't finish it. That's not cute. But I finished the challenge and I'm so happy and I am so proud of myself, and it really helped me. And what's next for me is a lot of interesting series are coming your way on my social media handles, so go follow. I really want to upgrade my wardrobe in this between this month and next month. So there's going to be a lot of sewing tutorials, there's going to be a lot of ideation, there's going to be a lot of brainstorming sessions for inspiration, and I would like to hear from you guys too on that. And there's just going to be a lot of videos dropping. Please, if there's any other kind of videos that you think you'd like to see, you already know what I do, fashion and art. Please let me know of some of the ideas that you have. what are some of the kind of videos that you like to see? Also, like I said earlier, if you're going to be taking on a challenge similar to mine, let me know in the comments, so and let me know on my social media platforms too, so that I can follow you and encourage you throughout the challenge. So guys, that's it for this video. Go ahead and subscribe. Click the subscribe button of this video. Click the subscribe button of this video, you guys. Please click the subscribe button and turn on your notification bells. Put a like for this video if you know you learned something new. I know you learned something new today, or you just enjoyed listening to me, or you just enjoyed the video, or there's just something that you enjoy about this video. Just give it a like. Thank you guys so much for 33 subscribers now. I know we are going to higher places. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for 33 subscribers now. I know there's more of you. I know there's more of you who are going to join us very soon, and we should continue to have a lot of fun on this channel. So until I see you guys next time,